So I'm still inking my Knightsbridge, almost finishing with my inking alternate spaces, just the way we do for a checkerboard kind of a look. Yes, so simple tile there. Now the fourth section, again I'm going to go with a simple tangle. You can either go with mycelium or you can go with, these are some of the recent tangles issued by Zentangle headquarters. Yeah, so let's draw Puyang. So what I'm going to do is first probably just for the sake of reference draw a pepper. Start with a gorgeous kind of basically drawing gorgeous only. The Puyang has two gorgeous at, stuck, or in fact one gorgeous stuck inside the pepper. That's actually the tangle Puyang. Very simple to draw. Two known tangles just combine in a certain fashion, make up for the tangle Puyang. So I'm first drawing gorgeous, thick auras and thin auras, a mix of auras make up for the tangle gorgeous. Yes, one more aura there, and then just go around and add a pepper surrounding it. Again auras, kind of enclosing the oval that you drew around. And how to give that enclosed look? Give a slight curve to the line at the end. Yes, as if it is enclosing something. You can change the direction of the lines if you feel like. So I'm going to do that. So slight curve as you end the line. Double lines there, enclosing an oval shape. You may not ink the shape. That's entirely up to you. In pepper, the original tangle pepper, we generally don't ink this oval. It is kind of created automatically by these lines that surround it, the double lines with a slight hook at the end, something like this. Yes, let's complete our pepper. The gorgeous. Again a nice drama tangle with some bold inkings. So these are nothing but consecutive bolder and thinner sections created using curved lines, just like onion. Yes. So I have a thicker section, I have a thinner section. They all merge at the top, creating an onion kind of a shape. Looks beautiful. When these sections are inked, we can always add some embellishment with our jelly roll. But first let us ink it. It's like a flying saucer, a gorgeous sitting on a flying saucer, something celestial probably. Yeah, and then the lower section will be somewhat hidden. So I'm going to do the same exercise below. That's the tangle Puyang. Take your time. Replicating the same thing below, but this time it is kind of drawing behind. Yes, probably one last would be sufficient. Like this. And then the rest of the space is entirely up to you. What do you want to do with it? I'm just going to go with a simple tangle called Hollis, which is again a tangle that is kind of nature inspired and grows in just about any direction. You can play around with it, have fun. Just make sure that you honor the border. It's better to ink it at this stage because that's what will help you separate your tiles whenever you're drawing overlapping tiles. Yes. So again, fill up the spaces with Hollis. If you want, you can add some nice henna drums in between. Those are henna drums. Again, continue in the same fashion, draw behind. Spaces are less, it's a smaller tile. Yes. Again, there is a space for henna drums or moons or moon pies, whatever you feel like. Just make the tile your own. It's not necessary there has to be a corner created. You can just introduce a moon and then add some henna drums over it. Yes, again add Hollis on the other side also. If you want to have some real fun, you can have one of them kind of extending out of the tile, poking out, trying to act too smart. Yes, just a suggestion, probably something like this. Yeah, a really naughty one there. Yeah, so have fun. This tangle is real fun. You can see it's just like mochas. Lot of familiarity with the tangle mocha. The strokes, how you draw it, it's quite similar. Some henna drums there. Again, a hidden one. Have fun wherever you want to add some nice moons and henna drums, you can do that. Yes, you can also place an orb here, it will add drama. A black pearl, wherever you feel like. Just have fun. This tangle is actually a lot of fun. Small ones, big ones, depending on the spaces you have. Hall is kind of holding those pearls inside. Some of them kind of liberated, yeah, and hanging in here and there. That's it. I don't think we need to do anything else here. Slight touch, etching, some very fine, delicate lines wherever possible. Spaces are small, so just tiny ones. Yeah. Make sure you have inked nicely. So that's about it. So those are our 4 tiles. Let us now get to shading our tiles. So what I'm going to do is, let's start with this one only. So adding some graphite here because it seems to be going under. Some here. Yes, and I'm just going to add here. Not getting into shading my hollis. I'm just going to add at the edges. And we shall see if we want to add some bit of touches here and there. We can do that. Yes, here we can add some shadow. So let us now blend. So adding shade here to the pepper adds a 3 dimension, a 3rd dimension. Since the gorgeous is going under, good idea to darken this place. Places from lines where lines are emerging. Again, I'm going to just darken the edges. Let the hollis enjoy there. Make sure you leave some whites there. Don't make the entire thing gray. Yes. So that's our first tile. Moving on to our ravel. Good idea to add graphite here. You can also give it a droplet kind of an effect. So just add another slight aura inside and just blend it a little. Just a slight droplet kind of a feel. Not exactly, but yes, kind of. So go around the orb. Add graphite. And the next is to add it here. Around these orbs, which are on the other end. So add some graphite around those orbs also. Like this. And blend. Give enough time to shading. Don't be in a hurry. If you're getting tired, get up, roam around, stretch yourself, take a break, and then get back. Don't haste up. By the time you come to shading, you may feel tired. There are 4 small tiles that we have drawn in this session. Yes? Going around my diva dance. I'll also add shade on one side of my diva dance, kind of darken one part, shade outside. And then over the moons, is where you shade your footlights generally. Yes. So if you want to add one or two intersections, you may. Blend. Make sure you leave a space white in between, which we will highlight with our chalk. So blend only as much as is necessary. Yes. And then moving on to our fourth and the last. So this is generally the place to highlight as far as Y4 is concerned. You can also add shade here. You can take this till here actually. Yeah. Take your time. Since there are overlaps there, good idea to highlight those spaces. Folds there. Slowly take your time. And then go around and shade on the edges, just as we did for the first one. You can also add a slight touch here on your petal paints. Don't blend too much, just a soft touch. Go around the tile, darken the edges where you have added Knight's Bridge. Yes. Blend, but don't blend too much. Make sure some parts of your tile remain white. Which you can highlight. Yes. So time now for some highlights. So use your chalk and highlight some of the sections where you have not added graphite. So I'm highlighting this part and I'm highlighting the other half of my Diva Dance flower. You can also add some highlights here on your Knight's Bridge if you want, but again it's optional. I'm just running the chalk on my Knight's Bridge to add some bit of highlights there. Yes. Then comes Gorgeous, the Puyang version. Again, if you have a different stub, just use that to soften the chalk, blend it with the rest. And then some part of your Knight's Bridge which is white, you can just add some chalk there. Yes. Yeah. So that was about tangling. Now comes the overlap part. So use your gray watercolor pencil and start to add it under the overlap like this. Not too much, not too less, just enough that it shows a little shadow. Under the tile. Yes. And then use your water brush or whatever is readily available, normal brush, thin brush, and then just blur the watercolor pencil that you used. Yeah, something like this. Just a little extra dark there, which may be a little difficult to do with your pencil since we use a normal HB pencil for shading. This is a little extra darkness that we need there, and hence the watercolor pencil, or you can use a gray brush pen. Even that would help give the same effect. Yes, I think we have the shadows in place. Just blend. Yeah, so that's done. Now let us add a background. So whatever you feel like, whichever way you feel like, you can create a background. I'm just going to use some brush pens again. So I have two shades of green today. I'm going to add the darker green first all around my string. Please use whatever color you feel like. I'm keeping the backgrounds simple. So just going around and adding first the darker green, all around my string. Slowly take your time. Make sure you don't go inside your tile. And then the last one here. Have fun. Yeah. And then I'm going to switch to my lighter shade, and just the way I did in the previous session, I'm going to blend the darker with the lighter. And color the rest of my paper. So try doing it in one direction to avoid some brush marks. blend the darker green with your lighter shade. Since it is watercolor, it would blend. Yes. So do it nicely. Take your time. Have fun with the brush pens also. So that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to do anything else. If you want to embellish a little bit the background, wait for the brush pen to dry up, and then if you want, you can just add some small spirals here and there. But wait for the brush pen to dry up, else your spirals will get lost. So those embellishments are entirely up to you. You can use a gold, you can use any other pen, colored jelly rolls to add some bit of, subtle embellishments in the background. And you don't need anything else. That's it. I find some excuse to bring printums in. Yes. So nice and bold green. Yeah, a subtle background there. Let's close our today's project. Yes, don't forget to put in your chop, your creation, be proud of it. Yes, I shall see you again in another session of this overlapping tile series. Till then, have a good time. Bye bye.